Hey everybody, Mr. Hames here. On my patio, sitting by the fire on a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous August evening. Actually, I was sitting here and I was thinking about summer and how summer's kind of winding down. Don't worry, we got a couple weeks left. I had plans to go places with my family. All those things came, obviously, to a screeching halt because of what happened before that. But despite, there were still some really cool memories that I got to build this summer, and one of those happened in the sky right above those trees over there. A comet. Now, you probably maybe heard about this, maybe you even saw it, but this comet was a comet called Comet NEOWISE. Now keep in mind the pictures that you just saw were pictures that I just took with my iPhone. It does have a night feature. It helped it show up a little bit better. But it's really cool. If you jump online, you can see all kinds of pictures like this one where people use professional photography equipment to really get cool pictures. And you can very clearly see comets are very distinct looking. You have this bright nucleus center with a coma or kind of dust tail coming off of it, and those tails are a combination of dust and gases. What you're seeing when you see a comet, you're seeing something that's pretty much getting blasted by the sun. Now, just like the planets, comets orbit the sun, they go around it. But planets go in a much more kind of symmetrical orbit. When you picture Earth going around the sun, okay, it almost goes like what we picture as a perfect circle. Comets orbit the sun also, but they go in this big, long, elliptical pattern, okay? So they kind of go way out into space, and then they come back to the sun and boomerang around the sun. They kind of slingshot really close to the sun and then shoot way out in space. And sometimes these comets are way out in space for a long period of time. For example, it's roughly 6,700 years since Comet NEOWISE last passed our sun, okay? Last passed Earth. Comet is nothing more than dust and frozen, what we would think of as gases, things like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, ammonia, and then a lot of like frozen ice. Usually we don't even know they're there. Comet NEOWISE wasn't even detected, or would not have been detected if it weren't for this team at NASA called NEOWISE, who was specifically in charge of finding objects flying through space that could threaten Earth, okay, like asteroids or other objects that could collide with Earth. It's basically their job to make sure we're not in big, big trouble. On March 27th, you probably don't remember this going on because there was bigger news going on at the time. NEOWISE picked up something and they realized, oh, it's a comet. And this comet entered closer to Earth, came closer to our sun, and right around 4th of July, it made its pass around the sun. And everybody's kind of waiting. Will it burn up from the sun or will it not? But when it came around the other side of the sun, we saw it. We could see it with the naked eye from Earth. It was kind of fuzzy and difficult to see, but you could see it. It was right there. Now, what you're seeing when you see a comet, you're seeing a dust tail that's getting basically blasted off by the radiation or the solar wind from the sun. So that ice and the frozen gases that make up the comet, the actual rocky body of the comet, are breaking off from the intense energy of the sun. And fun fact, when you see the tail of a comet, the tail does not indicate the direction it's traveling. You'd think it would, like it's leaving some sort of dust trail behind it, like the wake of a boat. But actually, the tail always points away from the sun, even if the comet is traveling that direction. The tail points away from the sun because that's the direction the energy is going, away from the sun. The sun's giving off energy. It's kind of blasting all of those particles off of the comet. So what was cool about NEOWISE is there's some debate, should we call this in the scientific community a super comet, which just means a comet that you see more bright than usual. Most comets that pass, we don't even see them, we need a telescope. This comet, you could see it with the naked eye, and you could take pictures with your phone, which was pretty special. In fact, the last time that happened was when I was 10 years old in 1997, when Comet Hale-Bopp passed Earth, and that was a beautiful comet that was considered a super comet. Anyway, when I saw this comet for the first time, I was on this patio. I took a ladder and I climbed up onto my roof, and I started looking, and I picked it up just faintly over there as the sun had just set. And as the night sky started to set in, you could see that comet, and it was really cool. For me, it was something amazing. Why? Because I like science. I'm kind of nerdy a little bit, and that's okay. But the other reason is this was a tough summer. It was a tough summer for us all. There was a lot going on, a lot of adjustments we had to make, and a lot of uncertainties about the school year ahead and everything else, quite frankly. But there are some things we can rely on. This comet will be back again in 6,700 years. It contains particles that tell us about the origins of our solar system. We as humans, we get concerned with our problems, and they are problems, and we should be concerned about them. But sometimes we just need to look to the skies and realize it's bigger than us. And for me, I don't know, in a weird way, that just tells me we're all gonna be okay. And if you don't feel that way, at least you can just take a breath and just admire it every once in a while. And that's what I hope you can do by watching this video. Anyway, I will see you soon enough. I will be putting out my first video closer to the school year, whatever that's gonna look like. Wherever you are, whoever you are, please stay positive, and I will see you very, very soon. See you, students. Have a great night.